preside over the gaiety and jollification on the day, Mauritius is allocated two of the Royal Second 11, Princess Alexandra and Mr. Angus Ogilvy.
Stop. Open the door, quick, quick, quick.
Naturally, royalty rehearses in private, so to fill in, Colonel Hefford has got himself a pair of understudies, a lady police sergeant and a rather awed constable. To receive them, a real live banqueting manager
Stop. Open the door. What are you waiting for? I'm Prime Minister. Hello, Princess. How are you? Hello, Mr. Ogilvy. How are you? Now, we just stand here for a second and we get the British national anthem when everybody has gathered up. That's it. Halt there, Bennett.
In Mauritius, this could be complicated because the majority of the population are Hindus, with substantial minorities of Muslims and Roman Catholics. But, British to the last, the island still has the established church. So it's to the Anglican cathedral, normally deserted save for the clergy and a handful of conscientious civil service churchgoers, that the royal party must go. To greet them come all the clerics of all the denominations whose consciences are ecumenical enough to allow them to shake the royal hand. For the rehearsal, the royals are still stand-ins, the bishops real, and the colonel still in charge.
Mr. Ogilvy is coming behind you, Bishop. Yes. Now look, shake hands with the bishop. Yes, please. Shake hands with the bishop, please. That's it. Now, Bishop, if you would just walk across the princess, but you've got to do your presentations to the dean and the others.
Yes.
That's it. Mr. Ogilvy. Archdeacon, don't forget Mr. Ogilvy.
Fortunately, by no means everybody in Mauritius is in favour of independence. And as the day dawned, it became clear that nearly half the population were determined to boycott the whole thing. The rest, mostly Indians, wanted to celebrate. In one thing only was the entire population wholly united. All of them rejoiced in the fact that Her Royal Highness Princess Alexandra, true representative of the Queen of England, was going to do them the honour of presiding over their independence celebrations. Of another bit of bad publicity, at home that is, not abroad, decided not to send the royal couple. So the governor stood in for the Queen, and Colonel Hefford ensured that everything went ahead almost as planned. Instead of the princess, a former colonial secretary, Mr. Anthony Greenwood, who, on his only previous visit to the island, had a stone chucked at his car by a bored bystander. Somewhere in the crowd, a disillusioned lady police sergeant and a policeman back on traffic duty tried to carry on as though nothing had happened.
Morning. Morning. Morning, and it is a lovely morning too. Morning.
Morning.
This, after all, is an occasion for self-congratulation, for demonstrating a bit of independence as well as achieving it. And all nations, however peacefully they get their freedom, must remind themselves of the shackles of colonialism and convince themselves that winning their independence has all been a terrific struggle. Mauritius is no exception. The floats manned by third-generation Indian immigrants recall the fierce battles of the past, the heroic achievements of their country. In a brief pause between official events, Colonel Hefford makes the journey back to the bungalow allotted to him. It's rent-free, one of the very few perks he allows himself. In fact, he's paid only £350 a month, which isn't a lot when you consider that it's only for 3 months. And for those 3 months, he's been at the...
To be as close as the public would be, and just to see what effect the rotor blades have.
Colonel Hefford recruited the helicopters from the army at rather short notice to fill in time in the programme of ceremonial high jinks for independence.